today we're going to talk about using some different meditation techniques, and one that the plant medicine realm has taught Pete and I is a thing called ceremonial Hape. In some cultures, it's called rape, which doesn't look, or when you write that down, doesn't look very good because of the R-A-P-E. But Hape is a nice way to pronounce it. And there's a silent kind of R when you say that. So I don't know if any of you are aware of this, this ceremonial term or technique. Who knows about the Hape? Who's familiar with that? A couple of you? Yeah. So while I just talk about this, you guys can listen, open your ears while the others learn about it, because I really do want to share about Hape before we get into our session today. So Hape is a powder. It's a tobacco, okay, and it comes in a little jar like this. Sometimes you get a big vial. Just let Debbie in. But it is basically grounded up tobacco from the Amazon jungle, okay? Different hapes from different parts of the world, but it's kind of like powder form. It looks like, you know, bronzer, women crushed up bronzer, you know, in a makeup kind of way, but it's powdered and grounded up, and it's basically it's plants, dried plants from the Amazon jungle in most cases. And we have the brand and the website we're going to send to you that we buy it from. It's called 4 Visions, if you want to write that down. But I'm teaching you this as another way to drop into the heart. We talk about dropping into the heart, and, you know, we can use these different modalities and tools to help open this space for us when we're meditating. And I do this as, well, at the moment, a daily ritual because there's a lot going on for me. So I need to find my center. Okay. So there's a couple of ways that we do this. We can do it ourselves through serving it ourselves, or we can have it served to us with another person. Okay, so I've got both. So what happens is that it's tobacco. It's not addictive. It's plants. It's plants that are grounded up with, the shamans put a lot of intention into it. So sometimes there's more potent Hape than others because of the intention and energy that's prayed in and on. Okay, so these shamans will brew it, make it, and do a whole big batch, and they're praying and putting great, beautiful intentions of love and blessings and you name it, it's in there. Okay, of well-being and heart opening. And the way it's served is the shaman will put in Australia, I can only do the coin size, which is like a 50-cent piece or a dollar coin size. It's a round little circle flat on the palm of the left hand. And then we scoop it up with what we call a Hape server. So this is the Hape server. So this is when someone's serving you, okay? So it's just a piece of bamboo pipe with a little bend in it, and we blow through it. So what we do is we take half of the serving that we put on our palm, and we put it into this end here. And with the intention, when someone's serving to you, you bless them into their heart. And then we're going to blow it up to their left nostril. Okay, so always the left first, because that's in alignment with the heart, right? And then, so the person will close their eyes and they will receive the Hape up one nostril. And the best way to get it up there, you know, we talk about the X, where the pineal gland. So when we've got the eyes, if you go directly back and cross over, right? And at the top of your mouth, if you put your tongue on top of the mouth, above that little soft pink bit in the mouth and going back in the eyes, that's where the pineal and pituitary gland cavity wedding hall is, right? Inside the head. So when we serve the Hape, it'll go up. It's best to have an angle going up your nose. Sorry to be so, you know, real and raw today, but it'll go up and in your nose, and it'll kind of shoot up into the pineal gland. and up the passageway of your nostril. Okay. And when it comes in, it can be very, oh God, if you're not familiar with that kind of sensation before. And then you go and the shaman will get this again and do the other half of the coin size on your palm of your hand and go up the right side of your nostril. And they blow it like that. And then after that, you might have dripping nose, or you might have tears coming out of your mouth because you've literally just got some Hape sent straight up into your pineal gland and eyes. And it can be very uncomfortable for the first few times you do this. And that's okay, because what it's doing is it's dropping you out of your head and down into your body, right? So it's not a medicine that will last like a psychedelic. It's not a psychedelic. It can help open the pineal gland and help you with your visuals. It can also help you to open your heart, because in this moment you learn to surrender very quickly because you can't do anything else. So if you want to start this practice, this is a very entry-level practice to ceremonial. Okay, to ceremony, to plant medicines. It's not a psychedelic. Okay, it's not going to take hours and hours and hours to get over. It's maybe a 20-minute thing, right? Less than. And what we use it for is before ceremony. So before ceremony, before we drink the medicine, or we do a psilocybin ceremony, or Cambo, or DMT, we often do this Hape. Okay. And the Hape is like the spirit of grandfather. So it's to ground you, to offer you protection. It's to help strengthen you. It's to help keep you centered, and it's to help you feel strong. So this is also a cleansing mechanism. It's a tool to cleanse all of the energy fields. So that's why we do it before we drink the medicine, to help clear and purify any energy or stuck energy that's in our system, right? And it clears it. So when we drink the medicine, like the ayahuasca or the psilocybin or those other ones that I just mentioned, we have a clear channel. It also opens us up to source and our higher self. Right? So it's a practice that you can do alone as well, which I love. And the self-serving tool is this little guy here. Okay, I've got a little one. And what happens is, if you're brave enough and you want to learn how to serve yourself, because then you don't rely on anyone else, what you do is the same process. Put a little bit in your hand, scoop half of the circle up, and then you're going to set the intention to connect to my heart, and you just feel into the medicine, because the medicine will connect. And then you put one up your nose and one in your mouth, and you blow hard to get it up there. And don't get me wrong, it's tricky, but you can do it, because I can do it. In 4 years, I never did it. And in the last 6 months, I started serving myself.